C5 ISR Prototype Integration Facility, Building 331, Fort Belvoir, Virginia. Modernization and Restoration Effort, 2024 to 2025. This presentation will focus on our efforts to improve the physical structure, workflow, safety and security of the facility, as well as our efforts to expand capabilities to meet evolving requirements and modernize operations and procedures to meet current standards. Current renovation efforts underway include painting the entire interior of the fabrication shop, to include installation of LED lighting throughout. Plans to replace dangerously deteriorated wood block flooring with new concrete and epoxy. And replacement of some outdated non-functioning windows. We will begin by addressing the north side of the building's exterior. The current layout of the building lacks a distinct and recognizable entrance. Our proposal involves revitalizing the building's facade to feature a redesigned parking area, new organizational signage, and an enhanced formal entrance into a new front office and reception area. The slope of the land directs water towards the building, and the existing drainage is insufficient. It is imperative to address this issue immediately to prevent further damage to the offices and shop flooring. Upon entering through the new foyer, a newly remodeled restroom on the right will lead into a workstation-capable reception area. Adjacent to the reconfigured office space, there will be a newly constructed conference room. This conference room floor space was formerly humanitarian demining workspace, therefore this will be a shared conference room. Arrangements will be made to relocate 2 technicians and their work area. The entrance foyer and the restroom will require a complete facelift. Next, we will transition into the interior of the facility to showcase a significant enhancement in integration capabilities. Our proposal includes the addition of 5 new integration stations, increasing the total to 7. The first bay will be designed to accommodate an Abrams M1 tank, featuring flooring designed to support its 70-ton weight. These integration stations will also be spacious enough to accommodate an M1126 Striker, and a drive-through lane will allow vehicles to exit the building to the north or south. This is the current configuration of our integration stations. Each station is designed for 2 technicians, featuring individual computer stations, workbench areas with storage and toolboxes, with a shared mobile work table. The installation of the integration stations is made possible by the removal of 2 antiquated machines. However, there is an urgent need to repair the recessed area of the shop floor where these machines were located. Transitioning from integration to fabrication, we will look at another area of the facility. The overwhelming majority of our fabrication projects start with cutting of sheet metal on one of our water jet machines or the laser cutter. Considering the constant handling of inventory, we offer the following solution. we recommend acquiring an automated sheet metal storage tower to centralize all sheet metal within the fabrication facility. This initiative will save over 1,200 square feet of invaluable floor space and enhance the accessibility and organization of sheet metal for loading into the waterjet and laser cutting machines. Following this, our attention will be directed towards the configuration of our tool room, which currently accommodates our entire stock of mechanical fasteners, small drill bits, taps and helicoils and more. The current configuration is outdated and makes poor use of valuable floor space. Approximately half of the 1,000 square feet of floor space of the tool room can be consolidated. We propose acquiring an automated hardware dispensing system. This strategic move will enable us to repurpose the outdated, seldom used tool room for the relocation and expansion of our 3D printing lab, effectively doubling its floor space and allowing for future expansion of capabilities. We will now turn our attention to the underutilized floor space, often referred to as the back porch. The implementation of the ISO 9000 inspection standards necessitates the construction of a new climate-controlled inspection room. To support repetitive integration projects, an inventory system is required. Additionally, floor space will be dedicated to a formal shipping and receiving department. The construction of the conference room necessitated the relocation of the humanitarian demining functions and personnel from that floor space. Additionally, any valuable supplies or equipment resulting from the dismantling of the tool room required a new storage location. Let's look at that area of the building now. We intend to construct a two-man office in our unused locker room space to relocate the 2 HD technicians displaced from the conference room area. Additionally, to relocate their hydraulic hose fabrication space, we plan to enclose the former drum storage area to create a climate-controlled workspace connected to that office. This office and work area are nearly identical to the square footage of the conference room given up by HD. The vacated 3D print lab floor space can now be transformed into a supply room to hold any useful items from the dismantled tool room. The center bay on the west end of the building is occupied by humanitarian demining. However, the majority of floor space is unavailable because of a 5-foot deep pit in the center of the bay that currently stores large steel plates. This forces HD to work in a very confined space. We intend to fill and concrete over the pit and provide an additional 2,000 square feet of workspace to HD. We have now arrived at the final area requiring construction within the shop as part of our building renovation. Before any construction can take place in this area, we will need to remove several large heat treating vats and repair the deep pits in which they are housed. For our final construction task, we aim to build a dedicated sanding and grinding room to contain all dust and noise from these operations, which interfere with or degrade integration of sensitive optical and electronic components. This room, as well as the new inspection room, the new 3D print lab, and the new hydraulic hose fabrication room will all be constructed with ceiling joists to provide additional second-level storage space. We feel these proposals reflect a proactive effort to enhance workspace functionality, address critical issues, and prioritize modernization, efficiency, and safety. This concludes our presentation. Thank you for your consideration and time.